Players, how you all doing today? I'm back with another video. Finally was able to figure out how to get some in-game audio for you guys. Sorry if it's not that clear. I know the in-game audio was lacking in my previous videos. I was trying to figure it out, and finally I have. Hopefully I can find some sort of software that can record it so it's more smoother for you guys. But for now, just wanted to talk about getting my bow to 500. I know it's not that great of an achievement at the moment, especially with the rank 35s and all those pro players getting those crazy ranks. But I thought, you know what, this is a great achievement for me, and I'm sure there's plenty of you who find 500 as quite an achievement yourselves. So I'm just going to get into one of the matches. Mr. Guillotine here, he, I assume it's a he with that username, basically played 9 games with this player. We won 8 of those 9. Unfortunately, Mr. Guillotine left in the last game, which we lost. I believe it was because Mr. Guillotine himself actually reached 500 trophies, and so after that loss didn't want to lose that 500 trophy status, which completely understandable. You know, want to keep above 500 trophies to make the rank 20 look legit. Completely understand that. But basically, just wanted to talk about some tips for playing bow, as you know, if you're playing these 3v3 game modes, you definitely can learn something with, you know, getting to 500 trophies, because unlike in Showdown, you're not just sitting around hiding in bushes. At least I totally don't do that. But no, kidding, I do have that. If, you know, trophies is trophies, you got to do it sometimes. But with these 3v3s, the reason why I like playing those is that they force you to sort of get out and about and, you know, learn the character, get some action done. Because if you don't, you're going to lose. Now, as you can see there, one thing that I love about Bo is that his super really allows for some control. One thing that I found was very useful in these gem grab maps with what's it called, Mine Cart Madness, I believe it was. Basically, in this Minecart Madness, you've got a couple good places. Basically, putting the Bow super right in front of that gem area, that's a great place on any map. It helps sort of as the enemy goes to get the gems, thinking it's safe because it's on their side of the field, and then all of a sudden they trip that mine. It's a very good way of kind of leading them into a false sense of security, as that Bow did there on the opposing team. Made that our Carl fall into a false sense of security, and, you know, Carl ended up dying because of it. And that's the exact reason why you want to use that strategy with Bow. It's really, really good. Another great tip with Bow's super, the main thing with Bow, a lot of the tips are around his super, as that super, as I said before, gives him control. And there is a lot of control. There's a lot of it with the super. So one other thing that is really good with his super is putting it in those spots. So you see that I'm putting it on the enemy side of the gem thing. What I do in later games, which I've actually kind of done there, I've put it right in the front of the entryway. And basically what that does is that restricts the amount of ways that the enemy can enter the battlefield, so to speak, to then attack us. And then, therefore, that causes a prediction. It makes it easier to predict where they're gonna move. All right, we'll head into our third game here. So with that, with it being easier to predict where they're gonna move, I'll go into this final victory that got me to 500 trophies. With that way of making it easier to predict the movement patterns of the teams and stuff, it's a massive help. It makes it so much easier. And one thing I found with Bo is that those pig shots are really good, really good. Another thing about Bo is that he does do a decent amount of damage, and that he is a really great gem carrier. So you saw in the first game I showed, I was the one carrying the gems, and you'll actually, I'm pretty sure in this game also, I did a lot of gem carrying, and the reason for that is that Bo's got a really long range, and he's got a decent amount of health, which, you know, out of these, all the 3 brawlers on my team in this game, they've all got really good range, but as far as health, I am a lot better off as Bo. So, henceforth, I carried the gems, and it worked out, and especially with those bow mines giving me so much control, it helped out tremendously. So, if you haven't picked up by now with Bo, if you are a new player that just came in a few months, maybe a year, or maybe you're just a really casual player that maybe only just got Bo, as far as Bo's attack, his basic attack, if you move to the left of which Bo is facing, that is basically what that does is that allows him to shoot 3 arrows in a straight line with no spread, causing a direct amount of damage to hit the opponent. Where if you move to the right, a little bit of a spin there, not for BM, but just purely because I was happy to, you know, reach that 500 trophies. That moving to the right-hand side of which Bo faces gives him that spread, which is really good to do some chip damage to your enemies. Now, with all that said, that's the tips I used for getting Bo to 500, and that was without his gadget or his star power. With his gadget and with his star powers, he is all the more stronger. As I said, his super was what allowed me to win those games to get to 500. And if with his gadget helping charge up his super, it is a massive strength for him. You all enjoy sorry about that, had to deal with something. Hope you all have a great day, and keep on brawling. See ya.